Now, let's talk about what really separates good players from great recruits. The intangibles that every coach looks for and the habits that will make you impossible to overlook. When coaches evaluate talent, the highlight reel stuff matters. But what really wins them over are the intangibles. There are the things that separate good athletes from college ready athletes. They're the traits that make a coach trust you in the final 2 minutes of a tight game. So let's break it down. Basketball IQ. At the college level, teaching time is shorter. Coaches don't have the luxury of re explaining concepts for weeks. They need players who can learn quickly and retain details. A player with high basketball IQ sees the game in slow motion. They recognize defensive rotations, understand spacing, and anticipate the next pass before the ball even leaves a teammate's hands. Now, when you have a low basketball IQ player, the game moves 100 miles an hour. They're thinking instead of reacting. They're late on help, late on cuts, late on reads. High IQ players, on the other hand, make the game easier for everyone, and that makes their coach look good. If you can process quickly and make good decisions, you'll always have a spot. Communication, and this is a non negotiable. At the next level, quiet players disappear. College coaches want players who communicate, who call out screens, direct traffic, encourage teammates, and take ownership of the floor. A loud gym is usually a good gym. So communication builds chemistry, and chemistry builds trust. When you talk, you show confidence, leadership, and awareness. And the truth is, every coach notices the talkers because talkers turn into captains. All right, your body language. No slumping shoulders, no eye rolls, no walking back on defense after a turnover. Coaches watch this closer than they watch your jump shot. Why? Because body language reveals mindset. If you make a mistake and immediately point a finger, drop your head, or sulk, it tells a coach you're not ready for adversity. But if you sprint back, clap your hands, and stay locked in, that tells me you're coachable, resilient, and emotionally mature. College basketball is tough. Practices are long, competition is fierce, and playing time isn't guaranteed. Your ability to respond with good body language says more than any stat line ever. Then work ethic. Consistency beats talent every single time. Every coach loves a hard worker. Talent might get you in the door, but consistency keeps you there. Improvement over time, that's the real separator. If I can see growth from freshman to senior year, that tells me you love the game. It means you're not waiting for someone to push you, you push yourself. The best players I've coached weren't always the most gifted, but they were relentless. They showed up early, stayed late, watched film, and asked questions. They treated every day like an opportunity to get 1% better. And then role acceptance. Do the dirty work that helps teams win. Every team has scorers. That's easy to find. What's rare are players who embrace the role. The rebounders, the defenders, the screen setters, the players who dive on the floor for loose balls. When you buy into your role, you make everyone around you better. You earn trust. And once a coach trusts you, your role will grow. College coaches notice players who celebrate assists, who sprint to help teammates up, who bring energy off the bench. Those are the players that make championship cultures. Now, here's my final thought. Everyone can score. Only a few know how to win. And winning players, the ones with high IQs, communication, great body language, relentless work habits, and role acceptance, they make the game easier for everyone else. Be one of those few. That's how you move from being a prospect to being a priority recruit. All right, so let's wrap it up and talk about how you can take everything we've just covered and turn it into an action starting this week. Now, I know what some of you are thinking right now. Coach, I get it, but I still don't know what to say when I email a coach. Well, that's exactly why I created my most popular product to date, the College Coach Communication System. And here's the truth. Communication is the part families mess up the most. They either say too little and never get noticed, or they overshare and never get a reply. Coaches in college receive hundreds of messages each week. If you don't know how to stand out, you just get lost in the pile. The communication system fixes all that. It gives you every word, every template, and every strategy I've used as a college coach for more than 30 years. Inside, you'll get 3 of my most trusted recruiting books: the email playbook, the Q&A playbook, and the Parents Recruiting Survival Guide. Plus, I give you my exclusive training video on how to stand out at AU events. And it's all bundled for less than what it costs to enter an AU tournament over a weekend in the summer. And we know that could be $75 to $100. It's less than that. Here's why this has become my best-selling resource ever. You know exactly what to say in every situation. First email, follow-up, thank you, or post-event update. You'll stop second-guessing yourself and start communicating like a real college recruit. You finally understand how coaches think, so your message hits differently. And within a week, you'll have a complete communication plan that instantly makes you more visible to college staffs. The families who've used it tell me the same thing. Coach, we finally feel confident talking to college coaches. That confidence changes everything, because once you know how to communicate, you take control of your recruiting journey instead of waiting and hoping. So if you're tired of guessing what to write, tired of wondering if you're being too pushy or too quiet, the College Coach Communication System is your blueprint. Grab it right now. The link is in the description below. It's the fastest, clearest, most proven way to start real conversations with college coaches. And it's the same system I wish every family had when I first started coaching.